Okay, so we talked about the remainder tet, and it's interesting because within the remainder tet is a smaller remainder tet along with some E modules. We didn't actually count them, which we could do rather quickly. One, two, three, one size and one there, and one, two, three, four, and two size there. So 3 and 7, plus the smaller remainder tet, and there's an unresolvable tetrahedron, this top one. And I'll show you shortly why we call it that. But let's also consider that if there's a lesser scaled size of remainder tet inside the larger remainder tet, that also means that this overall view could be inside of there, which means within that there's yet another remainder tet, and along with that there's also there's an unresolvable tet on each stage as well. So we have kind of a fractal going on all of a sudden, and then and likewise, I know it's impossible to completely visualize, and I don't know how to set up an algorithm or whatever to make this function, but we also know that the E module itself is made up of lesser E modules. Therefore, each lesser E module is made up of lesser E modules. So if we were to carry this to some high level of depth, the edges themselves would be so massive that it would fill it up, even though we were encapsulating volume by describing them with edges. So you have this interesting delineation of space, but at the same time, it seems like it gives you an infinite ability to move within it, so to speak, by following some tracing line or vector. Okay, so now we have this unresolvable tet that's looks pretty easy. It's very symmetrical, but it's going to be made up of E modules. And so I have made one here. It's the same shape. And I've put skin on it just to give you an idea that it's the same shape. Now, I'm going to take away the skin. I believe I'm doing that. Huh, I don't know why it's taking so long. There. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now what you can see is that I said 4 and 4 and 4, but really it's firstly there's 2. There's these larger 2 right here. Those are 2 E modules. Then you have these 2 down below, and you notice how they share. The larger face of this size one is the smaller face of this size one. They share that. And then there's another 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't want to click a line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these 2 have that together. These are like the spread open combo of 2, and this is like the closed combo of 2. And the very first 2 is like a closed combo of 2. So then you have an open combo of 2 and a closed combo of 2, and that happens 4 at each level, except for the beginning. There's only 2 of them, and you can see that it goes down here. This is the open combo. We're gonna flip it around this way so you can see it. There's the open combo, boom, boom, and then there's the closed combo. And then it keeps going, and then what I ultimately did is I said, forget it, I'm going to just shade in the portion that is similar once again to the overall shape, and that's where it essentially would keep on going forward a time infinitely. So that is the resolution in E modules of the unresolvable tet. I guess you could say it's resolved in a sense, but I call it the unresolvable because you can't model it per se with the singular unit. And the remainder tet as well is made up of E modules. And what I haven't disclosed yet, which you may have noticed if you've seen on other videos, that the remainder tet is also what I call tetrahedron W, and the unresolvable tet is what I call tetrahedron V, and there's also tetrahedron U. And those 3 have their own video, and they're quite interesting as well because they make the volumetric golden proportion spiral.